What's going on, guys? I just randomly came across this particular topic. I did not know that Mia Khalifa basically has broken up with her husband. She's divorced and now she's single again, to absolutely no one's surprise. I think maybe the biggest surprise was that the fact that Mia Khalifa really thought that this could work. I just don't think that she was prepared for marriage. And I'm going to probably get to it in this particular video, but this is according to LodBible.com. Mia Khalifa forced to block loads of people after announcing she's single. She has broken up from her husband of just 2 years. Just 2 years. You know, now it's over with these two. And I guess people have found out about it and she doesn't like it. And she's blocking people. The reason why I say people aren't really surprised is because you have somebody who's in a former in the industry, so to speak, and has talked about how, you know, she has regrets. The thing is, though, I don't think she really regrets being in the industry. I think she regrets people holding it over her head. I truly believe that. I think that Mia hates that people hold this over her head. She feels like she should be able to move on from that and do other things, and she has not been able to do so. So let's get into this article. It says, since announcing her split from her husband, it seems Mia has been getting quite a lot of attention. The influencer, sports broadcaster, and former adult star revealed that she and Robert Sandberg had separated following 2 years of marriage, adding that since then her block button has never been exercised more. Here it says, how many DMs do you think Mia received when she announced she's single? She said, my block button has never been exercised more. Zero faith in humanity remains. And that comes from somebody that's really hurt, because once again, Mia thought that she would be able to rehabilitate her image by getting married, by being able to say, you can't hold this over my head anymore. And people still hold it over her head. And that's the thing. That's how she gained her name. I mean, if she was really serious about changing her image, she would have changed her name. You know, just like when people look at the entertainment industry, you have people who change their names. You know, look at wrestling. You know how people go from one company to another, they change their names, right? Because they, you know, want to have a different sort of career trajectory. So they want to make a certain change to their character. Well, if she wanted to make a certain change and then she wanted to distance herself from what she did, she would have went all the way to change. But no, she still profited off of the name she built in the adult industry. And the fact that she's talking about how she has zero faith in humanity is because she realized she was with a fan. This guy that she was dating was just like the rest of these fans of her. And I think she found that out when she married this guy. When she married this guy, she realized she was dating a guy that was basically a fan. And now she's single again because, again, she probably picked this guy. See, when women choose men, they think that that relationship is going to work because they chose them. And they're never wrong in who they choose. But she ended up choosing somebody that was probably, in her mind, is just like all the other men. One person on Twitter, I already read that. Let's see. Responding to Mia, one person suggested that she should utilize the same energy as she did when she was struck by a hockey puck at around 80 miles per hour, which ruptured her implant. Weird vibe, but we'll roll with it. Let's see. He said, I'm sure you don't need to be reminded of a certain puck near taking you out, but you still took it like a champ. Take some of that implant rupturing energy and break some balls. You are a strong, inspirational woman. Don't let a few free willies ruin your faith in humanity. And I guess this was the breakup post. Why do people do this, man? Listen, why do people put up these breakup posts? We don't care. Okay. And now You put this out, Mia Khalifa, everybody's going to be not everybody, but a lot of these guys are going to be hitting up your DMs. They're going to be sending you messages because you didn't have to put this out here. You put this out here because you probably already know that you're going to be with somebody else. He's going to be with somebody else, and you want to get in front of it. That's why these people do this. But I don't think people really care who you're going to be interacting with like that. So you got to understand, when you put these public statements out, there are going to be guys that are going to be hitting you up. There's going to be guys that are going to want to see what's up with you. You already dated one fan. You know, you can't put a breakup post up like this up and then talking about you have no faith in humanity. It seems like it may have been an amicable breakup, but again, she did this because she wanted attention from people. You know, I really hate when women seek attention from men but then claim they don't want attention. It's like, yes, you do. You do want attention, and that's why you put this up. Another person wrote, you broke up. Sorry to hear it. If you're still into Danish boys that can cook, I'll be glad to step up. Hang on. Isn't this what she's trying to avoid? Proving her point some more, a third commenter commented, Queen, I'm sorry it didn't work out. If you ever fancy a trip to Spain, text me. I know the country as the palm of my hand. Another simply asked, are you going to share the collection of Dizic pics for the world to laugh at? Oh boy. Weirdos. Let's see. Mia announced her split from the Swedish chef a few days ago. The pair got engaged in March of 2019 and were due to have their wedding ceremony on the 10th of June of last year, but it was canceled due to the CV. They subsequently wed at their house later that month. Now the pair have gone their separate ways, announcing the breakup on social media. The Lebanese-born star said they went through almost a year of therapy together, but couldn't make the marriage work. So you mean to tell me that after just 1 year of marriage, you went to therapy after 1 year of marriage? Listen, if you have to go to marriage counseling after 1 year, then you weren't meant to marry. What Mia got to understand is, I don't think she's built for marriage, and maybe he isn't either. But you got a guy who's a Swedish chef dating a female that was in the adult entertainment industry. That kind of stuff doesn't go away. That stuff is always going to be in her DNA because she chose to do it. I believe she's on OnlyFans, if I'm not mistaken. So in some semblance, she's still in that industry. And I think that may have been a big problem in that relationship, is the fact that she may have been doing that. And I don't think he supported that. And I don't blame him from that standpoint. If that's, because I'm only speculating here, but you got to look at the fact that you're going to therapy after just 1 year of marriage. And I don't even think they were dating that long before they got engaged to be married. This is why you don't try to wife up chicks like that. You got to get to know people. You have to be around them and really get to know them. I think that Mia Khalifa has some deep issues that she's dealing with, and marriage was not going to help that. She said, we are confidently saying we gave it our all in making our marriage work, but after almost a year of therapy and efforts, we are walking away knowing we have a friend in each other and that we truly tried. We will always love and respect each other because we know that not one isolated incident caused our split, but rather a culmination of unresolved fundamental differences that no one can blame the other for. Those fundamental differences is that deep down, she's still that adult star that she was, and he is the opposite of that, and she isn't. The fundamental difference is that he doesn't want her nowhere near that type of industry. Those are the fundamental differences. She wants to control that relationship. She wanted to run it. He wasn't going to let her do that. We are closing this chapter with no regrets and both starting our own separately, but connected through incredible family, friends, and our love for our dogs. This has been long overdue, but we are glad we took our time and gave it our all, and can walk away saying we tried our absolute hardest. Excuse me. She said this has been long overdue. What, the breakup? Did you mean to break up with him at the beginning of the year? Did you mean to break up with him last year? Listen, I'm all for people making changes in their life and progressing. But again, she's still Mia. She's still always going to be Mia. And she has a certain way she sees the world. And no man that she gets with is going to be able to accept that. Because I believe there are other things going on with her. I believe she's hard to deal with. I think she's very difficult to deal with. And he found that out. And he's probably just as glad to get out that relationship. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll let me know your thoughts.